So what you guys didn't know is the bar gained 5 levels being in the stocks.
The mental torment and the humiliation caused him to beef up.
Well, you're getting out. Don't worry.
I know.
It's gonna be.
I'm not.
And as soon as he gets out, he loses the five levels.
I know your understanding of it, Ashram, but I feel terrible about it because I never intended for you to be in there for a session and a half. So we are getting you out. You're coming out. You're going to be playing this session. The party's going to need you.
That's what you say. And the next thing you know, he does something else stupid. And he's like, well, you're back in there again.
To be fair, the first time I was in the stocks, I didn't really do anything stupid.
That's right. Well, not stupid by your standards or by normal, rational people's standards.
Or by it's disturbing the peace, but yeah.
Malicious unhappiness.
No, nothing was unhappy about it.
You guys were insulting each other. Isaac saw people insulting each other, and he was like, this is malicious unhappiness.
But we were drawing, in the first memory, we were drawing the crowd and making them laugh. So
that's right.
I'm like, how's that unhappy? Everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yeah, no, totally, 100%. Like the role play, it
was on point.
The second memory, maybe we were pissing people off.
Yeah.
I don't know what's real, man.
Yeah.
Yes, but the second time you went to Stockade,
that was me running my mouth.
That was great.
All right, so while we are thinking about the past, what do you guys remember from last session?
I was dead. Then a dragon revived me.
Well,
And
I have a very strong pull towards the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about the same with me. I do have a very strong pull towards the party. Let's see what else happened last session. We started to negotiate and get some of our stuff back. I think Owen got a new plate mail, I think is what it was. We did have a dinner with, what was his name?
Vasily von Holtz.
Yes, Mr. Von Holtz. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank on her. I think Isabella did join us as well.
Irina,
yes.
You guys also received a message that Lady Walkner wants to speak. Hella was in the stocks briefly for not having her paperwork.
Yeah. And then it was Mr. Von Holtz did say that he produced some of my paperwork, saying that I lost it or misplaced it.
Come on, Rose. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys, and where we ended was you guys had just left Vasily von Holtz Manor, and you were going to head towards, well, we didn't totally say, I couldn't remember if it was you guys were heading to the stocks and you wanted to check up on the bard, or if you wanted to go to Lady Walker's house.
How do I change my image on this thingy? I don't know how to do that.
That's your yeah, so that's your character. So right now it's on your profile, like who, your account was Roll20. If you go down in the chat area where you type right below.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, so which way did you guys want to go? Where were you guys heading?
But what time of the day was it again?
I think it was pretty late, wasn't it?
Yeah, you guys had that dinner. It is twilight. It is becoming dark. Or nighttime. Yeah. It is twilight. By the way, are you guys hearing sound out of Sirenscape?
Yes, we are,
I'm going to have to restart it because I'm not hearing nothing.
Yeah, I'm hearing what looks like to be we're in a town.
Yeah, I have to resort mine because I also was not hearing anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's blank,
Well, I mean, we could go to Walkner's, but also too, we could also go in the morning. No, the morning's the festival.
The question is, are we going to have time?
Well, if I remember correctly, she did say at her earliest convenience.
She did, and I mean, she wouldn't hand over such an important item if it wasn't urgent. So much so that I don't think she'd mind a late night visit.
Very true. I guess we could make our way over there and hope it's not too big of an inconvenience for her.
Ooh.
So you guys are heading out. You guys want to head to Lady Walker's?
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys are currently up here. As you guys are heading down, you get to about here. You start to hear, a little bit of commotion coming from the southern direction, from the town square-ish area, and people are kind of turning their heads, and a couple people are starting to walk towards that direction, towards the stockades.
Time.
It's always something here, isn't it?
It seems like it. Perhaps they're doing a public execution a little early. Should you like to go take a watch?
The bard is in that direction. Perhaps we should go check on him.
Yes.
Only I had disguise self.
So while you guys are heading down there, the bard, what's kind of happening? Just to paint the scene, the bard, you're sitting there, Lady Wachter and Ernst, as well as two other women, are with Lady Wachter, and they've actually arrived at the stockades, and they look to the guards, and they look around, and they approach you specifically, the bard. And Lady Wachter, gestures to her servant Ernst and says, "Free this man at once." And looks challengingly to the guards, and they're kind of looking at each other. They don't really know what's going on. The guards are one of the guards. Why order the burgomaster? He has to stay in the stockades, ma'am. I decide. At this point.
At this point, I take my one hand out of the stockade, rub my nose, and put it back in.
So Ernst goes over and he sees. And by this is what's starting the commotion.
Hold on. You have to X and come back. You got all staticky.
I'm staticky.
You
Yes.
cut out a couple times, but it seems fine at the moment now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know if it comes back. We'll see what I can do.
Okay. That works.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, the Ernst just goes over and he goes to remove the lock, and oh hey, it's broken, and he just kind of like looks at the bard.
I could have left whenever I wanted.
And he opens it up. He doesn't say anything about it. He just opens it up and lets you out. And the guards are like, "The burgomaster will hear about this." And Lady Wachter, she's just like, "Please do. Tell him I'll be at my manor if he wishes to speak with me. Come, bard." And this is about the point, like, this scene has been going on. This is about the point when the rest of the party would join in, is when Lady Wachter is saying, "Come back with me to my house."
I look to one of the guards and just say, "Seeing as I'm out now, I will be expecting my things. So if you bring them to Lady Walker's house, that'd be much appreciated."
He just he doesn't know what the heck's going on because this is super unconventional, right? And so you just see the two guards. They just like run towards the burgomaster's mansion, and Lady Wachter, she's just like, "This way," and she starts walking north, heading towards her house.
I didn't break any laws. I was let out. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but yeah, I'll follow. I guess maybe I'd end up locking eyes with the party. Because I don't remember if I knew about the meeting. I did, because I identified
What are you
the
guys
ring.
doing?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the rest of you guys doing?
Oh, I
Guess we'll be
messaged you.
followed.
Okay. Okay, sounds good, Rosario. So you guys are Owen, Kiki, Hella. You guys are just following along, not saying anything.
I will kind of go up to the bar and says, like, nice to see you out without having to kill anyone.
Well, there was no need to kill anyone to begin with, but
No. Oh, no, where's the fun in that?
oh, there was fun to be had. Just didn't need to kill it. I like to be flashy and put on a show.
So as you guys are, Lady Walker is starting to move. I'm assuming you guys are following her as you're having this conversation.
Right now, she's
Yeah.
my escort. I'm assuming I won't be arrested as long as I'm with her.
Or you'd hope not.
Well, if I get arrested again, whatever. But I'm assuming I won't be arrested on site when I'm with her.
Okay, and I just want to make sure, Owen, Kiki, you guys, is there anything you guys wanted to do before I continue forward?
Oh, and I'll kind of chime in. He'll say, "How does the freedom feel?"
A little bit stiff, but I was able to alleviate some
Okay.
problems when it went through the lock was broken.
And I forgot to mention earlier, I did get an autograph from the most famous bard around, and I want to show hand the bard Ricardo's card.
Cavio.
Rictavio, yeah.
Rictavio, yes.
He might be famous in these parts, but he's definitely not as famous as I.
Oh, the bard. I'm sure you must be hungry. I brought a little something for you, and he'll actually offer the kind of wrapped up pie to the bard.
Oh, look at it. Cautiously?
It's not from Granny.
Oh,
It's not from
Okay.
Granny, in case you're wondering.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
There you go.
Yeah, casting Detect Magic. Is the pie magical?
It does appear to have some kind of transmutation magic on it. Not necrotic, but transmutation.
I will gladly eat it then.
It is the most wonderful tasting pie you have ever had. It is absolutely scrumptious.
Prestidigitation changes flavor, didn't it?
It's a wonderful thought. And out of character, yes, that's exactly right.
Yep. No, yeah, that was out of character. That was me going, Sergey does this trick.
So you guys, was there anything more you guys wanted to do? Perfectly fine if there is.
Oh, when he casts Detect Magic, Owen would be like, the bard, if I could borrow your magical eyes for a moment, and we'll kind of, underneath like one of his arms, he's carrying this like plate armor. He says, do you sense anything from here? It's a rather old set of plate mail that Vasily von Holtz was so kind to give us.
Yeah, any of the new stuff they got, the shield or the armor?
You're not picking up any pings. It appears to be mundane.
Just your ordinary set of gear, but definitely seems like it may be an upgrade for you.
Yes, it's much better than walking around in my tunic. It is rather late, and this will take some time to put on, so perhaps this will wait for later.
Let's Not getting any fights then, shall we?
Yes, I am rather wiped today.
Oh, you guys are essentially walking up this road. So go ahead. At this point, let's just say you guys are about here in the journey. So go ahead, everybody except for Rosario, go ahead and move your characters over there.
Okay.
At this point, Lady Walker starts to talk to you, and she says, "The Bard, tell me, where do you come from?"
Just a small town. No, not really. I don't know why I said that. I hail from Waterdeep.
Waterdeep? I don't know if I'm familiar. Tell me a little about it.
It's a very large metropolis. Many homes. I don't know, looking around your quaint village, I'd say 6, 8 times the size.
Oh dear. So, you have seen quite the variety of species and all manner of curious delights, I imagine, yes?
Amongst my travels, I've seen quite a many things.
And tell me, how long have you been in Barovia?
We've been here for like what, a week?
Yeah, about.
I showed up about a 10-day ago, maybe less.
And how did you come to our poor, desperate town?
Well, much like compatriots here. Well, most of my compatriots at the moment. Strange mist enveloped us, and then we were here.
Yes, I have heard this tale many times before. Tell me, the Bard, did you choose the adventuring life?
It was thrust upon me at an early age, and when it didn't suit me, I sought other means to prove myself to my family.
What kind of other means?
Well, I didn't want to be like my family, military trained, whatnot, so I pursued the arts.
A fine choice indeed. So you would consider yourself more sophisticated.
A tad. I don't hold myself higher than most. I just like to be in the know.
At this point, you guys will arrive at her house, and she'll let you in. So let me get you guys moved over there. So if I could get you guys to drop yourselves over here. Yeah, just right around in this
Did I?
area. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
did.
Black.
Is the what? Okay.
I think I
Like-
dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I see you guys dropping. I'm fixing the dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do this. Daylight mode. Update when drop.
There we go.
I can see.
Okay. Just to keep things easier, I'm going to go ahead and just not block your guys' movement in this area just based off of. But it'll only update when you drop. But you guys can move through walls and stuff. So
So that way we don't have to have you mess with doors and stuff.
yeah. So Lady Walker, she'll kind of bring you in through the front area, and you guys can go ahead and move in.
Ooh,
And she just
small
goes
room.
straight forward. Yeah, it's a small room, and then just go to the left. She kind of takes you over. She takes you over to this little this seating area, and the front room area where you guys were entering into. It was a little beat up, from it's being repaired quickly. It's
I wonder why.
Yeah.
yeah, but that damage is quickly being repaired. Excuse me.
Okay. Yep.
And as she comes in, she says, "Please have a seat. Might I offer you something to eat?"
No, thank you. We've had dinner already. A drink, maybe.
What about you, Owen, the bard, Kiki? Would you like a drink as well?
Sure.
Very well.
That would be lovely.
So she excuses herself and she just like walks out into the kitchen to go get you guys a drink.
I
Get that.
immediately start scoping out.
You looking for anything in particular, or do you want to? Excuse me.
I just want to see
Or
if
are you looking
anything
just
just
in
kind
general?
of catches my eye.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'd assist them. I'm
Not that
kind
he
of curious
needs-
if there's any.
Yeah, I have it on,
I'm kind of curious if there's any of our possessions in here. Yes.
But, yeah, I forgot I have it on the GM, but that's fine. I can stay secretive.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As you're looking around, I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, this is an ornate dining. I'll read the description to you.
Okay.
It's an ornate dining table that stretches the length of this room. A crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware is tarnished. The dishes chipped. Yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs, their backs adorned with sculpted elk horns, surround the table. Arched windows made of lattice work and of iron and glass look out onto the small, fog-swept estate. So, and then over in the up in the area where this upper area is the parlor, and here there's 3 elegant couches surrounded oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs a portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangled hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall. Presumably, the man depicted in the picture is her late husband, and the man that you saw, the man that you sensed necromantic energy upstairs, right, surrounding him upstairs. But other than that, there's nothing that really jumps out in this area.
Okay.
Anybody else do anything?
I will take a seat on one of the couches here.
Wary. I'm
So,
wondering what this kindness cost us.
Well, we will see.
This place seems like no one does anything out of the goodness of their heart.
What about you, Kiki and Owen? You guys doing anything? It's fine if you don't. I just want to make sure you're getting your turn.
I'm just sitting on the couch.
Okay.
Oh, Owen will just kind of lean the armor up against maybe the back of the couch here.
Okay.
But just kind of maybe stand.
Okay. So she comes back in, and she walks around the room, and a little bit surprisingly, actually, she's like serving you herself, and she's like offering each of you, those of you who asked for a glass of wine, she's offering it to you.
Okay.
And then she simply she turns to, just generally speaking, to all of you. She's like, "Well, so much for those festivals keeping Strahd away. That fool."
You're not the only one that thinks so.
What was your name again? It was Hella, yes?
Yes.
Tell me, Hella, what is your experience with that boorish man, Vargas?
I've talked with him a few times. He seems very naive as to what's going on, but I may be only partially aware of what's going on.
Yes, Valiky would fare with better, more competent leadership, wouldn't you say?
That would be agreed. He seems to be easily swayed and pushed around. Someone with a spine might actually do this place better.
Indeed, and a mind to boot. That man.
Yes.
is nothing more than a brute. That demon spawn of his, Isaac, keeps him, or rather, kept him. And she kind of looks over to Owen and she says, "What do you think, Paladin?"
Personally, I think the current burgomaster has lost the reins on Valiky a bit. I mean, his guard captain is running around and committing crimes beneath his very nose. It seems like his guard dog no longer has its leash.
Yes. Well, I do wish to thank you for ensuring Isaac got his just deserts. For too long that monster has oppressed the poor citizens of Valiky, and now, thanks to you, the burgomaster can understand what it's like to be vulnerable for once.
I turn to look at her closely and just say, obviously, you do not favor Vargas. I sense you may have someone else in mind to run this town?
Of course. My family's heritage is well known in these parts. There are many who would follow me. It is simply a matter of Isaac. But, as said, now that he has been taken care of, his oppressive ways can be replaced with a wiser hand.
You act as if Isaac is dead. He's only in the stocks for a day or two.
Is he now?
For the time being.
Well, we shall see about that soon enough. Tell me, how was the wine? And she kind of gestures. Who took the wine, by the way? I forget.
I
all of us
asked
did.
for some. Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody give me a Constitution saving throw because, alcohol. But... Oh,
First roll of the night. Woo!
you're pretty hard.
Woo!
You're pretty hard. Yeah, you're feeling it. So... yeah. So she looks at, says, "Careful now, Owen. We will need you tomorrow. Busy day, lots to do. Tell me, it is quite clear that none of you have favor for Vargas, but things will be changing soon enough. And I'm curious if you will be, if I couldn't bother you to simply either stay out of my way or perhaps help me in my endeavors."
Well,
Help in what way?
She's looking to all of you. Like she kind of nods when Kiki says it, but she's looking to all of you to kind of give your feedback.
I kind of want to take a look and kind of judge Owen's and the Bard's faces there and see if I can
before I agree to,
get a feel for what they're saying
before I can agree to
or what they're thinking.
anything, I wish to know what your intentions with the bones were.
Oh, the bones that I gave you. I do apologize
fake
for that,
ones,
the
right?
Bard. She gave you the fake ones, yeah. Those bones, I don't know if their purpose was going to suit you, and I'm not quite sure how you knew I had those bones, but alas, I had no need to keep them from you.
Though it doesn't quite answer my
you're
question
passive.
of why
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
using them.
Give me a persuasion check.
God, that's low.
I actually think it's probably fine, honestly.
Well, no, but I rolled a 2. It's just I got the plus 8.
Yeah, yeah. So she kind of looks at you and she thinks carefully and she's like, "Well, I do believe that I can trust you. You see, as I've stated very clearly, My intentions for the Burgomaster are not a secret. Many around here know that I do not care for him, that I find him to be a fool, and that I should replace him. The bones were simply going to be placed at his manor. He would be blamed for the attack from Strahd, and the citizens would have risen up against him.
Well, it seems like that happened anyway.
Yes. Well, but not for the reasons I suspect you believe. You see, the true power in Valiky has been Isaac. With your... And she kind of gestures over to Owen, and she, makes like a kind of a nodding gesture to him. She's like, with your friend's assistance, Vasily and Owen were able to achieve just desserts for him. And now I can handle the rest. And she kind of claps, and you guys see a couple servants come in, and they have found your guys' stuff. And she says, I have had my servants searching Valiky for all of your contents. I do apologize for this unpleasantness that befell you. Please, as a token of my gratitude, I have found your belongings.
Except for
And they'll
my
hand them out to you
loot.
guys. Mm-hmm.
Kiki will just ask, so how did he become the Burgomaster anyways if nobody liked him?
Well, he became the Burgomaster through heritage, but he kept it through Isaac.
But I thought your family had long-standing claim in this land.
Yes, that is true. But it is passed down from family member to family member.
Lady Walker's quite old, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's... Yeah.
And who would take on the reins after you?
Well, it is possible that if I can cure my daughter, she could be wed to someone and they could succeed me.
What do you mean cure?
Give me a persuasion with advantage. So with that, she's just like, well, perhaps it would be better for you to see. And she kind of motions you guys to follow her, and she takes you guys upstairs. Go ahead and... Oh, could we lose? Oh, was that Emma? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and move yourselves up here, up to this area. Okay. So, and by the way, you guys are going up this hallway, right? There's a window on either end. There's framed portraits and mirrors that they festoon the walls, surrounding you with judging looks and dark reflections. And you hear something scratching at one of the doors. This door, actually.
Can I press my ear up to see if I can hear to see what it is?
Yeah, and as you go to press, your ear up against the door, Lady Walker, she kind of just motions and stops you, and she says, "That would be my daughter, Stella. You see, Vargas's boorish nature, it has affected my daughter, and she believes that she has been turned into a cat.
A cat, you say?
Yes. You see, we had arranged a marriage between Victor Valakovich and my daughter Stella. And that was one of the pathways that I was pursuing. But he did something to her, and I don't know what. She now suffers from a madness and believes she's a cat. And she opens the door, and inside, you see this girl. She's sitting in this room. She's kind of curled up in the corner. Let me remove the dynamic lighting for you. She's in there. She just starts like meowing, right? And she's kind of over in the corner, huddled over there. You see in this room is it's really musty and dark. There's an iron framed bed fitted with leather straps that stands near a wall. The place has no other furnishings. And then scurrying away from you on all fours is a young woman in a soiled nightgown. She leaps onto the bed and hisses like a cat. And she says, "Little kitty doesn't know you. Little kitty doesn't like the smell of you." And she starts meowing at you. And Lady Walker moves over and she's like, There, Stella. There. Mummy's here." And she's trying to calm her down, and Stella kind of moves into her mother a little bit. And Lady Walker turns to you and she says, "You see, so I have more reason than most to hate Vargas."
You said his son did this to her?
I believe it is true.
Did you guys ever meet his son?
Victor? Yes, of course I have. A very interesting lad.
Then what have you tried to alleviate your daughter's symptoms?
Well, I have visited Jenny the apothecary. I cannot find any herbs or medicines that will cure her. I fear that her ailment is from a magical source.
Well, if after having used detect magic enough, would I know if I could sense something like that with it?
Like if madness was caused by it, you probably wouldn't be able to detect it. You could do like an Arcana check.
I was just curious because I wasn't going to cast it, but if I got the feeling, I would ask her to spend 10 minutes, so I'd ritually cast it instead.
Yep.
But yeah, if I know, it wouldn't help. I wouldn't ask that.
Nope.
One of the viewers in my chat says, "Have you tried catnip?"
Is that Emma?
No, it wasn't Emma.
So she says, she kind of moves towards you, and she says, "Well, please, let us return down to the dining room and continue our conversation."
Very well.
And she heads down there. You guys can go ahead and move down there as well.
Okay.
Down in this
And
area.
I'm just kind of still scoping out the place as we go.
Mm-hmm. Hella's sitting on Fiona. Let me move her.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, so at this point, she, as she brings you guys back downstairs, she says, "So, now that we have had a more personal conversation, perhaps we could get an answer to the question I posed to you earlier. Will you assist?"
Well, honestly, I think it depends on the terms of how we assist.
I agree.
It does not require much. Simply attend the festival tomorrow, and if you don't fight me, that is all I will ask of you.
I turn to face the group to see how they're feeling out.
So all we have to do is not interfere, then is what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, technically, I'm not from this place, so I don't really have any say. It sounds like it's a personal matter between you and your town.
A very wise counsel.
If we were to interfere, what are your plans for Valiky? Just out of curiosity, since you are proposing us to assist you in some way, shape, or form.
My plans for Valiky is to reform it. I wish to bring education. I wish to bring back work, honest work, for those who need it.
My lady, during this reform, might I throw in a suggestion?
Perhaps.
He's kind of like swaying,
Yeah.
like leaning on Kiki.
Yeah.
Festivals are nice, flashy, bring crowds, money. You know what Valiky really could benefit from? And a gladiatorial arena. And hear me out. Festivals to bring joy and happiness, to scare away the devil. Shipisha. No. You need strong gladiators. That'll scare them off. A town full of gladiators?
An interesting idea. I can tell you that the festivals will end. They are a foolish tradition. And I will see to making a gladiator arena. I would be curious if the town of Valiky would be interested in such a thing.
Worst case, it'll bring you in. I heard some profit.
It's an idea worth exploring. I would be happy to discuss such things with you in more detail in the future if you just stay out of my way.
During her whole speech about reforming the town, am I buying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Schools and education. Okay.
No roll necessary.
I assumed he would just wanted to use his
It
passive.
doesn't matter. I can do either.
Yeah.
Well, I could believe that since she was trying to help the orphanage people with Milivo and stuff like that.
All right, that is fair.
And how do you plan on taking over? I assume you're going to make a spectacle of some sort.
We'll take whatever actions are necessary. Really, it is up to Vargas if he simply steps down or not. But knowing that old fool, I don't think it will be quite that peaceful. Unfortunately. Please, allow me to give you a moment to discuss amongst yourselves. And she'll kind of bow and excuse herself.
Well, how are all of you feeling about this arrangement?
Well, if all we have to do is, let her do her thing and not interfere, it seems pretty straightforward on our part.
Granted, this isn't our home, but there are times I do feel a moral compass is needed. I would say if she can guarantee no innocents are harmed, then I'd be more inclined to not interfere.
What exactly would she do about he who shall not be named, though? I am quite curious about that.
That is a question, seeing as apparently they have no defense.
Really, though, is there anything anybody can really do?
Since we have no idea what happened to those bones, I don't know. If what Lucian had told us, the bones is what's kept Strahd away, and without them, I don't know if they have any means of defense. Well, that poses the question to us, as our objective also was to bring Irina here to be safe. Valiky is no longer safe.
Is there anywhere that would be safe for her? Perhaps Lady Walker would have some ideas.
Maybe we can negotiate her safety into our agreement of helping.
And
I don't think it'd be too much to ask.
Kiki told us all about her conversation with Isaac, right?
Yeah. He kept saying over and over that his only desire is to protect Irina. He had $1 million in her image inside of his room, but he wouldn't say what the tie was to her.
Well, then, if we can negotiate her safety, maybe Isaac would be better employed under her. She does seem to have maybe a tighter reign. Added security for Irina. Granted, I don't like the man, but looking past my grievances to help out an innocent.
I did ask him if we could make a truce, and he didn't seem to want to do that.
Well then,
They all seem bad, don't they? I mean, do you see his wife? She seemed scared out of her mind like a skittish little animal.
This is true.
well, it seems that in this land it's not about good or bad, but the lesser of evils. I think I could agree if we could negotiate for Irina's safety and the guarantee that innocents would not be harmed.
What about Granny?
Well,
Good
we
point.
could pose that question to her as well, though Granny seems to be a staple in many parts, and that might be up to us to handle.
It'd be something that we could at least try to negotiate for at best.
Banishment from the town.
Yep.
I feel as though we don't really understand this land, and the more we try to help, the more we tend to make things worse. Do you remember what the old man said?
Which old man? I'm trying to remember.
Rick Tavio.
I wasn't with you guys, so definitely don't remember.
Yep. You remember him from the stocks, but you wouldn't have seen him.
Well, if we can't do good, what are we supposed to do? Just stand around and wait for our deaths?
That would be an option, but not the ideal option. You could try manning up and start fighting.
Oh, it'll kind of point at how I like those words.
Well, the other thing is, I'm keeping my out of characterness and out of this, but seeing as, Sealy has done good for this town, why not try to get him to be Burgomaster?
Is he even interested?
Well, that is a question as well, but given that he's helped us out and seems to want to do good, it might be a question to pose.
Maybe a new era could be ushered in, and a matter of speaking and joint cooperation between Lady Walkner and Vasily. That way, it would oppose too much power in one person's hands.
Or even keeping Vargas in that situation and making it a tribunal.
It is an option.
Yes, nothing's better than a three-headed dragon where one is constantly snapping at the other.
True, there would be much tension. I get the sense Vargas wasn't a fan of Vasily much either.
He seemed quite hot around the collar with all these accusations coming to light. I couldn't get a read whether he liked him or not.
Well, I think it stands...
I never met.
After you, Kiki.
You're okay. I was just saying I've never met him, so I don't know.
I think it stands to reason that we do have a couple terms that should be easily guaranteed, and if not, then we can't guarantee our uninvolvement. If she poses to all-out battle Vargas and people die, maybe neither of them should be in charge. I don't know, I'm rambling.
Yes.
Is that your real name?
Perhaps one day I will tell you my real name. It's not known to many outside my family.
Okay,
I'll
everybody
just
take.
whisper to Owen. Sorry.
I'll just
Take care.
everybody take inspiration.
Ooh.
Okay, out of character, are you guys feeling like you are aligned?
I think
Or
well, for the bard, he just wants to see if she'll agree to at least the 2 terms of no innocence and protecting Irina, and if she agrees, he'd be aligned.
I think those are both very reasonable. We can maybe try to persuade the tribunal, or at least, seeing if she would be willing to take control with at least Vasily to prevent too much power from this happening again. Would be a bonus, but I do think I can agree as long as Irina is safe and no innocence. I think, at least from my character point of view, I think I can agree on that.
Kiki, Owen, do you guys feel like you need more roleplay dialogue? Or are you guys feeling good?
No, I think Kiki's already said her piece. She just kind of wants to stay out of it. It's
Yeah, I can feel that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I guess Owen does care for the good of the town, but doesn't mind a bit of a tyrannical overthrow if that if that need be.
Okay.
But he's pretty much stated as such. But yeah, that's pretty much all he really has.
Okay. So at this point, then, Lady Wachter comes back into the room, and she says, "Have we come to a decision?"
I think we have. We do have a few conditions of our own for our cooperation. That you can guarantee Irina's safety, and that there will be no innocents harmed. Will be our 2 main ones. And would you be willing to work with Vasily so that no one person could obtain too much power and from this happening again?
On the matter of Irina, her safety will most assuredly be guaranteed. Vasily has become quite fond of her. On the matter of working with Vasily, he and I are already in discussion, so we are aligned there as well. On the matter of innocence, what I can promise is that I will not willingly harm an innocent. But if situations get out of hand, accidents do happen. If you wish to avoid bloodshed, perhaps there is a more active role that you could play. We could settle this tonight.
And how could we be more active in this?
Simple. Vargas will undoubtedly have guards at his house, but I don't think that they will pose much of a challenge for you. If you could simply capture Vargas somehow, so that I might deal with him in isolation, then there would be no need for bloodshed. But I suspect that is a difficult task, yes?
It would be difficult indeed, but I think, and I look to the group, I think this, to be frank, isn't our home, and maybe we should just stay out of it. And maybe the only interference we offer is protection of the innocents.
I would be happy. I would be most grateful if you assisted in protecting the citizens.
Do you think we can agree to these terms then, as long as there is no one willingly hurt?
Of course.
Then
And I kind of look towards the rest of the party and kind of see what their thoughts are on the situation.
if that be the case, then I will not intervene unless it is to save someone's life.
And you, Kiki and Owen? Do I have your word?
Yeah.
Very good. And Owen?
Oh, and I'll kind of think about it, but give a slow nod.
Very good. Well, I look forward to our relationship as it moves forward. And she just kind of looks around and she says, "Do you have anywhere to stay? You're welcome. I have room in the servants' quarters. You may stay there if you wish. Or the Blue Water Inn is just down the street. Whichever you wish."
Much appreciated, but I think we already have room and board at the inn.
As you wish.
Perhaps it'll be better for everyone's image if we didn't all leave your manor in the morning for whatever you have planned. Perhaps it's better if we arrive separately.
A wise judgment. And she just kind of nods to you and says, "Well, if there is nothing else, I will bid you good night."
Good evening, and I will get up and start walking out the door.
I'll just
I
kind
will
of,
follow behind the bard.
I'll pick up Owen so it looks like he's walking, but I'll actually carry him because I know it's going to be easier that way.
Hold him by the knees. As all of us step out,
And they close the door behind you, so you guys are out by yourselves now.
so seem to be one shy though. Where's Rosario? We have heard Rosario's name, right? Because I feel like we haven't really introduced ourselves to everyone yet. No.
Yeah, no, sorry. I guess I don't know if I cut out, but yes, you have heard. You have all heard Rosario and Hella.
Okay.
You were all introduced.
Where is our powerful friend?
I think she said something about going back to the church, but I'm not 100% certain.
I mean, you did threaten me, but did I say, "Hello, Rosario"? Okay. But apparently we're all introduced, so that's fine. I know your name.
Okay.
Did you guys want? Are you leaving Wachter House? Are you doing any kind of looking around? Are you guys heading to the blue? What do you guys want to do?
Well, I think now that I have some of Antonio's stuff back, I would like to equip some of it, especially the armor, and get a chance to at least get back into better fighting shape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I assumed Owen picked up his armor on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I attend to those kinds of details, but right now, I don't want people getting distracted with having to get armor.
fair.
So I'm just assuming that you guys are carrying it with you.
Yeah.
I will say in everybody's mind, I will say, did anybody catch that she's already been in talks with Vasily about this? How come he didn't mention it?
Is it and kind of with your ghost speech, I could talk back to you throughout your mind, in your mind, if you will it.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. If that is possible, I will say back to Kiki. Perhaps that it was planned that it was best 2 separate conversations to distance themselves. Less suspicion on them.
It would also could explain his sudden reason to help us and implicate Izek. Oh yes, strange that it wasn't mentioned.
It is getting quite late. Perhaps we should check Izek and then head back to the inn.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yes, you could go talk with your best bud at the stock there, Bard.
I'll just be reading his intentions. It's probably better I don't speak so I don't end back up in the stocks.
You guys are heading. You guys want to head to the inn first, or did you guys want to go get Rosario?
Oh, yes.
I think we can maybe go collect Rosario.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move you back to the Ravel map. Okay, so as you guys would head out, I mean, this is you guys are up
Is
here.
there a bunch of people
right?
on the street?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, there's people here and there, not very many.
I'm just gonna start asking if they've seen a portal around.
Yeah, and they'll tell you that they think they saw one down by, what do they call it? The revelry. What did you guys call it? The people who make horse hooves. There was a word for it.
Farrier.
Farrier.
The Smith?
Well, they don't really have. Yeah. Down by the farrier. And they give you the general directions to be down here.
Well, shall we go then?
Yes, let's find our compatriot. She also has something of... He also has something of mine.
All right. I guess on we go then.
I'm just asking Rosario one quick question.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So you guys go ahead and head down this way. And when you guys get to that spot, there's actually, like, you see the farrier and you see this big turtle just like asleep in this kind of metalworking area.
Kiki will just put her hand on her shell and gently shake it and say, "Hello, friend."
The tortoise will slowly wake up, rub its eyes, and look down. Like, the little one. You are free.
Oh, yes. Would you like to come back to the inn with us? And it's probably a better place to sleep.
I'll just stick with she. Makes it easier. So she ends up stretching out and looks back and is like, I have much work to do. And I pat your head. It is okay. I can stay here. Unless you need of me, I'll be more than willing to come.
Oh, whoops. Apparently I'm yelling from all the way over here. Forgot to move myself.
Well, I believe we are just thinking of your comfort, but
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I believe you also have something of mine.
Oh, yes. Instead of stand up, I reach into my shell, kind of takes a few minutes, and then I finally pull out the the horn thingy. The lute, yes, the lute.
Delicious.
I pull out the lute and I hand it to you.
Much
You
appreciated.
kept your promise.
I'll be honest, I had not much to do with it, but no harm came to it. That's what matters.
Exactly. And I'm glad you are well too.
I'm still a little tenuous on that, but we'll see what happens.
If anything comes, you can escape here, and I will help you, friend.
No matter.
But I have much work to do.
Perhaps someone more sober than I should fill her in.
And I start
A lot is going
recounting
down tomorrow.
what happened that I know of.
Hmm.
Are you doing the
Scratch.
recounting? Are you guys just recounting here, or are you guys
So-
heading to the Blue Water Inn while you do that?
You have a strange kitty, and you have two people who are very strong and powerful trying to take over the town. I don't have any association with anyone, except for you lot. And whatever it is you need me to do, I shall do it for you. I do not know why the dragon brought me back, but she brought me back for a reason, and it must be to help you. But unless you do not need me immediately, here I will stay until you need of me.
I feel when there's a crowd tomorrow, you should show up. Things might get out of hand.
Okay. What time is this parade at?
I believe we got a time.
I think earlier the better, I assume.
The festival is at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll look over at the strange man. I'm assuming he may be joining, so I will follow him to the festival and then look for you lot. But guarantee you have my word, I will be there.
Very well.
And then I'm gonna go settle back down in the hay and try and get some sleep.
Alright, and then I
All
guess
right.
we head to the inn.
So Rosario, you're just sleeping at that place, and you guys are going to go up to the inn.
Yeah, as soon as I get enough rest, I'll get right back to work.
Okay. Hey, so you guys get to the Blue Water Inn. Did you already? I don't remember. Did you guys already secure lodging?
I don't believe we did. I think we just said that right now to not impose.
All right, let me move you guys. Oh, Owen's been passing around the alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys can. I don't know where are you guys. Oh, you're over here. Yeah, just put it over on the other side of the inn.
Yep.
Over on this side.
Where are we dropping? Oh, there we are.
Yep, over here. And everybody can see, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'll move Kiki. I'll just move everyone's. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So, what do you guys going in? You looking to secure some lodgings?
I walk into the barkeep.
So she looks up to you. She says, "Oh, good evening. What can I do you for?"
I was hoping to obtain some lodging for the evening.
Oh, of course. And how many are there?
Oh, looks like 4.
And I've lost it. I thought I had the price. Oh, and do you remember the price?
Free.
Didn't Vasily say he was going to cover our
Yes, I do
lodging?
think
'Cause
he-
he said,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, he
That-
said either we could stay there or he would cover our lodging.
That is a good call. I forgot about that. Okay,
Yep.
so then she would say, "Ah, so you're the ones that Vasily be sent in. Okay, I have your rooms be ready for you upstairs." And she would take you upstairs and she would show you your rooms and everything.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can be doing for you?
Yeah, have you seen Irina?
No, I haven't been seeing her for a little time now. Why do you need her?
I was just making sure she made her way back here safe.
What do you mean by safe? Are you concerned for her?
It just meant that she was by herself, so
Well, last I saw her, she was having a grand old time with Vasily, but I haven't seen her in some time. She may have gone to the church. She was saying something about that.
Well, I can always check on her in the morning.
That we could swing by the church to make sure she's there.
Well, good night. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm exhausted.
She'll just nod and she'll head back down to tend to the bar and whatnot. Is everybody just going to bed or?
Owen will kind of stay behind, and he'll say, "I'm sorry. Does your lovely inn here have the stable?"
Yes, it's out back.
Yeah. Well, if you have an open spot available, I think I'd like to store a steed.
Oh, that'd be fine. There's plenty of space back there for you.
Owen will kind of give her a nod and a thank you. And he'll look to Kiki. Would you mind assisting me?
sure, friend.
Yeah, and I guess try to find his way to the stables.
Yeah, she would be really sorry. She would be very friendly and she would escort you and take you back there. So here, let me show you. Should take you over. Where's Kiki? Where'd you go?
I'm at one of the tables. I'll move.
There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so she'll bring you over here and sliding out of the way.
Never do.
And we'll say that she'll put you in this particular. So she brings you back here and she says, "Would this do for you?"
Owen will take a look at it and give a nod. Yes, it'll be perfect.
As you have it. Is there anything else you need from me?
Kiki. Oh, go ahead.
Owen was going to shake his head, but go ahead.
Oh, she'll just say, "That's very kind of you to help my friend. What was your name again?" You're cutting out.
I'm
Sorry,
Danica Martikov, and you are.
Math. Hello. Sorry. I get super focused in D&D,
I'm
trying to
Kiki.
pay attention and take notes and whatnot.
Oh, pleasure to be meeting you, Kiki. And you, sir.
You
Who are you? What is your name?
He'll do his best to kind of stand as straight as he can, and he'll say, Owen.
Oh, pleasure to be meeting you. Well, if there's nothing else, I'll be tending back to my bar.
Thank you, Danica.
So she kind of gives a slight bow and nod and goes back in.
Okay. Yeah, so Owen would kind of stumble on over to this thing. Maybe kind of sit down because the world spins a little bit less. And he'll begin casting Find Steed.
Nice.
And he'll kind of summon his mount here in the stable. He would elect to have it appear as an elk, being from the Feywild. It would probably take on kind of a Fey-touched appearance, maybe wreathed in leaves and vines and such. But knowing that this is Barovia, I'm sure you might have some alternate descriptions for it.
It's gonna look like a half butchered elk with skin hanging off and rotten leaves.
Probably.
And spiderweb.
That's
Find
right,
a-
yeah.
I will find a more appropriate picture. But for now, just so we're not spending, just so I don't waste time, I'll just grab this one.
Okay.
Kiki's gonna take one look at it and say, Owen, you're my friend, but please never gift me with an animal.
No, and I don't know how Owen would feel, but like you see when you see the steed exactly as you described. I mean, you already know, you're a nurse, so you see this elk coming to you, and it has like spider webs on its on the wreaths that are hanging from it and whatnot. It has kind of a little bit of a gaunt. It's not like overly like skin isn't just like falling off. It's not quite that bad, but it's like it looks pretty undead. It's pretty scary looking.
Mm-hmm. Owen will kind of take a deep sigh and shake his head and say, kind of lean back a little bit, like look at Kiki, be like, I saw many a fine steed summoned forth by paladins before, and this upsets me. I mean,
Definitely not just
I was imagining a radiant steed, but as we've seen, this land twists everything. You'll
You have
have
a
to do
name?
it for now. Oh,
You have-
no, I don't.
Okay, I'll just put it on steed and then we'll
Yeah.
get a token for it and everything.
Owen will think of a name in the meantime.
Okay. So I just added that for you in your journal, so you should see that.
Okay.
We'll get the token and stuff this next week. Yeah, something like that. Okay. What else would you guys like to do? Anything?
As I said in text, I'm just gonna reattune to the loop before I go to sleep.
Okay.
Having an old friend back.
yeah.
I kind of imagine the bard's like just laying in bed is like kind of like a spring. It's like, oh, how much I've missed you. I'm never gonna let you go again.
Oh my gosh.
I am not that attached to my instruments, okay? Seeing as I gave up an instrument for this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I guess technically I have a second loop. I have two loops right now.
Okay. So is everybody bedding down?
Yeah. Kiki's gonna say some prayers to her gods.
Yeah.
And then get some rest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be putting on donning my armor before I go to bed, just so that it's all ready for the next day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be going to bed after that.
Okay. So everybody go ahead and just push the long rest button.
And we lose our exhaustion.
Yeah. So during this rest, Owen, you are beset by a terrible nightmare. The sun is setting as thick fog rolls in. You find yourself standing on a rickety old bridge rotting from decades of neglect. Fragile strands of rope on either side seem to fray beneath your touch. The wooden boards moan and crack as you carefully advance across the time-worn path. 1,000 feet below, a river rages, and even from here, the cool, damp air caresses your exposed skin like the icy hand of death. Urgency presses you forward, and you arrive safely on the other side. A rolling thunder echoes in the distance, and the wind begins to pick up, bearing with it the promise of rain. You are cold, damp, weary, and alone. You need to find shelter. You trudge forward into the unknown as the unrelenting fog stands in defiance of the oncoming storm.
Too much.
Yet, despite your shrouded vision, you spot a small hovel up ahead. Your pace unwittingly quickens as you desperately scramble towards the promise of respite. You eagerly move past a rusted gate and willfully ignore the dark pools that litter the mud and moss, seeking only the calm you're sure to find within this forsaken home. After preparing a meager meal, you move to the corner of the room, assume the fetal position, and try to sleep. And as your eyes become heavy and your mind begins to drift, you notice a pair of feral eyes peering directly at you, and a soft, ominous voice says, "Die." You awake with a start.
He would immediately start looking around the room, maybe breathing heavily.
Okay. And as you look around the room, and you're kind of getting your bearings and whatnot, you have you feel diminished, shall we say.
Mhm.
You have 5 less maximum hit points.
Ooh.
So you just don't quite feel 100%.
Yeah, so he would kind of look about the room quickly, maybe kind of get up, maybe get down on all fours, look around, see if he can find kind of where those eyes were, but kind of realizing that maybe it was a dream, kind of let out a sigh, kind of get back up, and kind of sit on his bed, maybe pick up the Mace of Disruption and kind of like lean it up against the wall within arm's reach, before kind of curling back in and attempting to doze off again.
Yep. And so, and you are you, by the way, real quick, let me clarify. Are you you're asleep out in the stables, or are you sleeping up in the in your bed area, right?
Yeah, he would have gone back up to the bed once the horse business was dealt with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and so you're going to be able to go back to sleep just fine. And so you'll gain the benefits of the long rest minus those
Right.
max hit points.
Okay.
Hella, you are also beset by a dream. But in this dream, you're standing in a great castle, some kind of antechamber. And you look around,
I'm trying not to interrupt too much.
And it doesn't take you long to realize that sitting in a chair is a man dressed in very proper attire, a man you have seen a couple of times before.
How y'all doing?
And he says to you, "Greeting, Hella. It has been some time since we have seen each other last. No?"
I go with yes, I guess it has, but I can't put my finger on where.
He stands up and he just kind of he moves with such, like, Strahd moves with such grace. And he kind of advances towards you, and he's, "You were always one of my favorites, Hella. Come, I have something for you." And he starts walking over to the wall, and he touches a stone on one of, like, kind of pushes in on it, and the wall slides open,
Ooh.
and he bids you follow.
I will kind of follow him, but very warily follow him.
Mhm.
Or cautiously follow him.
Interesting.
And he says, oh, sorry.
Does it? Hang on, let me.
He says, tell me, do you yet remember how you arrived in
All right,
Barovia?
hopefully that fixes it.
I do not. No, I remember pretty much showing up here almost like I was summoned from what I very vaguely recall.
Mm. And he kind of, and as you're talking, he's like turning down these different corridors, by the way. And this place is like a maze. It is like, there's all kinds of lefts and rights and stuff like that you guys are taking. Then he's like, he keeps pushing, pull this torch, move that thing. And he's going through all these secret areas and whatnot as you're having this whole dialogue, by the way. But he says to you, sorry. He says to you, I could perhaps help you. Remember, Hela, if you so wish.
Interesting offer. What would it involve?
Only your consent. And he stops walking and he turns around and he just extends a hand to you. It
These are
is
some
your
good
choice.
omens.
I will extend my hand as well.
Okay. So when you clasp hands, you just are like, you're just struck with this memory. And what you see is, you're here in Barovia. And in Barovia, you're with this party, and they're setting out to destroy Strahd, and a rogue, one of the party's rogue, actually betrayed you while you were in Ravenloft and slit your throat as you were advancing to try and kill Strahd. And you just have this memory come back to you, just kind of whooshes over you in an instant. And he says, Hela, you never needed the party. I do not believe you need the party still. But such things are yours to decide, of course. And at this point, you've arrived at this. He kind of pushes this final door open, and it opens up into like this huge treasury. And there's like gold all over the place. There's like magic items.
Yeah.
Like wazoo. They're all over the place.
Playing it.
Very ornate looking items. Just all over the place. And he keeps walking forward.
Yeah. I play 2 games a week now.
I have something for you, Hela.
What could you have that I want?
As he's kind of walking around the corners of one pile, you see up ahead, there's on this gray slab, there is this wolf that is, it's a large wolf, about the size of a dire wolf, and it is pure black. Its eyes are closed, and you immediately remember, more memories whoosh back to you of your old faithful dog, Fenrir. But it was a lot bigger back then. It was much bigger. It's gotten smaller. And he says, do you remember your friend?
I do. I don't know how, but I remember.
Strahd he kind of gestures for you to walk over, like, you can go over and it's all yours. Just kind of gives you this stance. He's extending one hand out towards it.
Okay, I will kind of approach, but I want to kind of, at best, like to try to see where I'm going, but keep at least my peripherals locked on Strahd as much as possible to make sure he doesn't try anything funny. But I will go over and approach Fenrir.
So you approach him. You're not seeing Strahd make any.
We're playing in
he's
on
not
a site
taking any
called
action.
Roll20,
When you get to Fenrir,
but most of our character
what are you
sheets are on
doing?
D&D Beyond.
I am going to place my hand on his head and kind of slowly pet his head.
Okay. And with that, you see his green eyes open, and he looks up at you, and he just kind of starts to growl at Strahd. But Strahd he's just standing there, completely unfazed.
I will kind of whisper in his ear, Fenrir's ear, is like, now is not the time.
Fenrir will calm down, and Strahd will say, "Tell me, Hela, have you determined who among your party is my spy?" And with that, everything just kind of like fades away, and you wake up.
Okay.
Back in your room.
Okay.
And so you're in the Blue Water Inn. You wake up with, you kind of wake up. It is morning time, but you wake up and that's what you remember.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything?
I will kind of sit up in my bed in a little bit of a cold sweat and kind of take a look around to see if I do notice anything that has been changed or altered or anything different from when I first fell asleep.
So you look around, and as you're kind of regaining your composure,
Fenrir's in the room.
you can sense that Fenrir is coming. He's not yet on the inside of Valiky, but he's coming.
Okay. All right. So kind of as I
Are we all gonna have dreams?
kind of get that, I
I
am
just fixed Jin.
gonna kind of try and
fixed
lay my
it,
head down
okay?
and try to get some sleep for the night and make sense of exactly what I just experienced.
Okay. So it actually is like you've received the benefits of a full night's rest. It is morning time. Everybody should wake up at this point.
Oh, I get no dreams.
You guys are. What is everybody doing?
Going back to work. Oh, but I did give you a question in chat though.
Okay, let me check.
Is there any consequences to that?
It depends. There's still some. You still need a reason that you would consider good. It's highly flexible. You're highly flexible, but
Interesting.
so Owen, the Bard, Kiki, Hela. Well, actually, Hela just left. So the three of you, what are you guys doing?
As we reconvene, it seems like from what we understand, the festivities won't start till tonight, so I feel we should, as we said, find Irina, make sure she's fine, and then may have an errand or two that I wish to do beforehand. But what are your thoughts?
Your kitty's hungry.
she's a bully.
Oh, I didn't know if that was our cat or not. I was like, was that Jason?
So
Hi,
Kiki,
Blue.
and I think that the bard's question was directed to you guys. Like the idea is you've all gone down to the main area. You're congregating there, everybody except for Rosario. So, what do you guys think about his question?
Let me go ahead and put this one down here.
Real quick, as you guys are kind of sitting down and whatnot, each of you, there's one group, there's a couple guys in the main area here that are holding on to a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, it looks like this.
Oh boy.
He brought
Oh,
that
no.
guy.
Oh, what's this?
It's
Sorry.
a warrant for Rictavio.
You guys, when you guys came downstairs, everybody's congregating and talking, and as you guys came downstairs, there's a couple guys that are sitting here looking at this particular warrant, and there's not like they're hiding it, so you guys saw it.
Yeah, I apologize, the bard. What was your question again? I was deep in thought. I was contemplating whether wearing my old armor, the armor that's tried and true, or perhaps going out today during this festival in the fine set of plate armor that Lord
Doesn't
Von
that
Holt
armor
gave
have
me.
to be repaired first?
Was it in a wearable condition?
Yeah, no, it's wearable. It's just that it was a little bit
Yeah.
damaged and whatnot, so it gives you AC 16 for now until it gets
Yeah.
mended.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying perhaps we find Irina, and then I have 2 errands I'd like to run before festivities tonight. One being either a Fletcher or a blacksmith. Maybe blacksmith might be able to help you with that armor.
Wonderful.
I do think our first priority should be to check on Irina while we're here.
Yes, and I would very much like to check up on poor Yeska, see if the burgomaster did get him some help.
And not to mention Yeska, you guys, one of the people that are sitting at the bar, some guy, he turns to you and he says, "Well, if you're interested in saving kids, maybe you can find Arabelle. Word is she went missing."
Missing, you say?
And when did this child go missing?
Well, when she went missing, of course, but Luskov he's been frantic all morning looking for her.
Where can we find this gentleman?
Luskov? Oh, he's at the Vistani camp just north of town.
Vistani, you say?
So I'd be careful of them. Gypsies. Don't trust their ilk.
We ran into a few already. Perhaps something we consider.
Yep, your business. And he just goes back to his breakfast and And Danica is going to come over and she's going to ask you guys, is there anything you'd be needing today? I could get you some wine, maybe some bacon.
Some food would be much appreciated.
Both of you. And she looks at all of you. Would each of you be liking some breakfast as well?
Breakfast would be nice.
Yes, very nice.
So she goes back and you can hear, like as she goes back, she opens up the door and you guys like see these two kids are like in there like fighting, like playfully, as brothers might, but they're kind of fighting back and forth, being silly, and as she starts talking, ordering up the food and whatnot. But yeah, she's left you guys alone.
Kind of as I'm sitting at the table and that, I'm going to be kind of very carefully looking over each one of the party, like the members of the party. Just kind of checking them out, looking like giving them a good hard look.
So Danica comes back out and she gives each of you, your meal and whatnot. Is there anything else I'd be getting you?
I think that would do for me.
Very well. And she just nods and goes back to tending her business.
It was this afternoon that this festival was to be held.
To our understanding, later in the day. I say we make our way to our errands and then attend and figure out what we do from there.
Deal with this festival and then go find this missing child after, or missing girl.
Yes, I mean, we do have an affinity for helping children, so why not?
So you guys are heading out to, heading over to the church, or was it you guys are heading to the blacksmith?
The initial plan, I believe, is to go check up on Irina first, and then we'll start running errands before the festival.
Gotcha. Where did you want to look for her first?
Well, I think the church is a good place to start.
That's where we heard she might be last, so...
Okay. So, go ahead and move your characters over there. And when you guys arrive at the church, sure enough, you do see her. She's there. She's speaking with Yeska. Just helping him dig a grave.
Well, I would say good morning, but, morning?
Morning.
We were just checking to make sure you and Yeska were doing all right. Apparently the party had lost track of you after your dinner.
Kind. I'm kind, but yes, I'm quite all right. And she just looks like she's, in a bit of a dreamy state, and she's just like, I just thought I'd be helping Yeska today. Oh.
Ominous, oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah, she's...
No, no. Well, keep your head down today.
And she'll nod.
Maybe,
She'll nod and agree.
if you attend the festival, just stay away from most people.
Why do you say that?
Well, we've been told there's going to be a struggle for power, and hopefully nothing comes out of it harmful, but if something happens, I'd rather not get you caught in the thick of it.
Well, I appreciate that. Yes, I'll stay here. And she kind of like ruffles Yeska's hair and is like, this one will keep me safe.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Hella and Kiki, what would you guys like to do?
I am going to be kind of like still with the party, but kind of maybe about 6 to 10 feet back, kind of keeping an eye on them.
Kiki, what would you like to do?
I'll just wait.
So, the Bard AFK'd in real life. So it's just the three of you, and Owen's AFK as well.
Okay.
So that shows you guys are essentially making the decisions.
Wait.
I already know what I'm going to be doing, and I'm off on my own anyway, so yeah.
Well, I think given that we've assured Irina
Bard
is
is
safe,
back.
that we maybe head to the blacksmith after, unless there's anything else that needs to be said with Irina.
I don't
I
think
was just
so.
making sure she was all right.
So you guys are heading over to, you're looking to catch up with Rosario?
We'll head that way and then see if we can't use.
We can get that armor fixed up and whatnot.
But
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be specifically looking for someone who might sell a longbow. But well, we can head to Rosario first since we saw her working.
Sorry, I had kid aggro.
Oh yeah.
What did you just say?
I said specifically, I eventually in town want to be trying to find like a blacksmith or a fletcher that might sell a longbow.
Okay.
Might, we'll see.
You do think you remember seeing a store of some kind over on the opposite end of town?
Yeah. Okay. So after we do what we need, we'll check on Rosario and then we'll figure it out from there.
Okay. So you guys get to Rosario. It's not far. It's just down the street, right? So, what do you guys do?
Morning. You sleep well?
Rosario's holding. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta talk to the DM first.
Okay. Sorry, I opened up a window. I came back. Oh. Rosario. Or that. Let's do that real fast.
Okay.
You can roll this stuff private.
I
Give
can
me-
roll it. Just tell me what to roll. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So give me a stealth check.
Good.
And then give me a sleight of hand. So you're going to be successful, but I have to roll the dice. Quick. Let's see how many are there. I'm going to say you don't want me to land on a 1. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1. Okay, so
Okay.
yes, you are successful.
Okay. So as you guys approach up, you're gonna see me holding the reins of a horse. We're looking at you guys, and I'm like, oh, didn't expect you guys to be here so soon. May I ask what brings you guys back?
We just checked up on Irina at the church, and you just happened to be on our way through town, so we figured we'd check up on you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing as fine as I can for a dead man, girl. I'm just trying to get some work done. Is there anything you need of me? If you need me sooner, I have no issues with that.
And real quick, this is out of character. So for you, Rosario, you can participate in all these events and whatnot, and we'll still advance at the same pace. You getting the armor made, so
Yeah.
just know that you're not. I'm not going to bind you to like make it so that you have to stay, away from the party. If you just do it like at nighttime or whatever, that's perfectly fine.
Sure, we can do it that way.
Yeah, then that way you can participate and engage.
Okay. And so what do you guys need of me to do?
Well,
Yeah.
we do have
Nah.
festival to attend to later tonight or this afternoon. I think that is, and looks like it has come to our attention that another child has gone missing, which seems to be, from somehow how I remember, very problematic here.
I'm afraid I cannot relate to such things, but if you tell me this, then I will believe it is true. I'll look over to Kiki, because I have no attachment to you. So, Kiki, I'm not aware who this person is. Are they a friend of yours?
Yeah, they're trustworthy.
Okay, so I'll look back at Hilla. If this is what you say is true, then is this what your goal is, to try and find this child?
It seems like it would be the most convenient thing to take care of after we're done here.
Not my head. It says, well, we can go now if this is what you need.
So Kiki and Kiki and the Bard and actually all of you, every single one of you. Wow. So every single one of you, you just as you're sitting here discussing this, you hear a couple of people just there's two women walking down the street, and they're talking about Bluto, a man named Bluto, and how he was carrying a sack this morning outside the northern end of town. Strange man, that one.
A shiver goes down my spine. I'm like, huh.
The sack, you say?
So weird.
Yeah, and they're just like walking down the street. They're not even talking to you guys. They're just talking to each other. You just overhear them say that.
I walk up to them and I just say, "Any idea where you might have been heading?"
Bluto? Oh, he always fishes up there. He tries the most insane things. He's undoubtedly heading to Lake Zarovich.
How long would it take us to get there?
Well, if you're quick, maybe you could run maybe 10, 15 minutes.
I have a bad feeling. And I'd look at the group and just say, "Missing child, man with a strange sack."
Is that what you needed me for? Was just the child?
Well, we figure you're all part of our group. We should include you in our ongoings.
Okay. I'll fall on the horse's rein. Let's go. I'm all packed.
Okay.
And if no one has any objections, I'm getting ready to book it. I had plans, but
Okay.
now that there's a kid and a dude with a sack, I'm ready to chase.
All right.
Okay. So you guys So you guys head up north, up to Lake Zarovich. Let's do a quick bio break here, and then pick up in 5 minutes. Does that sound good?
Yep.
That works. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Let's do that. See you guys in just a minute.
Okay.
No. Go away. Sorry. Hemina. Well, how's everyone doing? Now that I have a moment, and I'm not focusing. Damn it. I think I know how I'm going to try to save this kid if the kid is in the sack. I have two options. I have two options. Three options. Three options. Okay.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I am.
Welcome back.
Is anyone missing?
Don't think so.
I think we're all here.
Is Owen back?
Owen and
I'm here. Sorry.
okay, and then Dark. I think I hear Dark.
Yes, I am back.
Okay. Hey, so you guys, you arrive at Lake Zarovich, and you see a scene that looks something like this. Ooh, cool.
So,
I'll
because
get
the
that plugged in.
horse is, I'm assuming, not a war horse, I'm going to kind of tie it up away from the area.
Mhm.
But somewhere I can kind of see it to make sure it's still safe.
Yeah, that's fine. As you guys get, to the as you get closer and closer to the shores, like maybe within 30 feet, the last 30 feet up to the shore, you get there and the ground is it's something different. It's actually hard to walk on. It's like mushy in an odd way, bit slimy.
So I'm perfectly at home here.
And even for you, even for like swamps and stuff, it would be it would feel odd. And you guys, when you get here, let's go ahead and drop your characters right here.
Oops. I overshot that quite a bit.
Oh, that's fine. So essentially this area up to there, it's just like kind of slimy and mushy and grody. But off in the distance, you see a man on a boat, and he picks up a sack, and he's like holding it up in the air, and he's lifting it up, and you hear slight mumbling.
Does it look like the sack's like kicking or moving?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, it seems like something's moving around.
I
in
cast
there.
hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
On him. So it hit both of them, but on him.
Yeah. Well, whoever's in the set can't see it, right? But okay? So what does the say? It's wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save. Yes. 16. Yeah.
he doesn't even have a plus
Damn.
modifier, so that was just unlucky. So yeah, he like sees the pretty lights and whatnot, but he just keeps. And you can hear him saying something, and he's lifting it up. I mean, the hypnotic pattern is distracting him, and he's kind of looking at it, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him the way that you would expect. But he's still holding this bag.
I'm going to turn to the paladin and be like, hey, how about you get on my back and we swim out there right now?
Sure, of course.
Okay, let's go. And Kiki, you're tiny. Kiki, she doesn't weigh anything, right? She can just go on my back without any issues. I'm assuming.
Well, she could, but I mean, if Owen's there, then you're gonna have to carry two people.
Yeah, but I mean, I that's what I'm asking. I know I won't be able to swim as fast with Owen there, but would Kiki have any weight issues, considering how tiny she is?
You're wearing scale mail, right, Owen? So I think what I would do is you could have both of them holding onto you or whatever, and you'd be like difficult terrain. You just move at half speed.
Okay, we can do that.
Kiki will just say, "It's okay, I got this," and she'll shapeshift into like an eagle or something. Start flying out.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to. You know how alligators are just below the water, and you can just barely see them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm going to be carrying Owen. Owen, just his head, just slightly of his head is just going to be just above the water. So that this way it's hidden enough that you won't just immediately see us going towards him.
I'll stand at the edge of the water.
Oh wait, how long can you hold your breath for?
O can hold his breath for a while.
Can he hold his breath long enough for us to get to the boat?
That's a good question.
I mean, I can. That won't be an issue. That's
He
why
could
I'm
be fine. Yeah, it'd be for sure because he can hold his breath for 1 minute for every plus modifier on his Constitution. So
Okay.
It's base 1, and then at +1 it's 2 minutes. Then at +2 it's 3 minutes, which
Okay.
seems absurd to me. But hey, that's how they do it.
So we'll travel under the water. I will use my skill. I use my cantrip, Mage of Hand, just in case something happens or comes out of somewhere.
Mhm.
So this way, I can push it away. I also have telekinesis, where I can also push anything away.
Mhm.
Okay, so you don't know what's in this water.
Did you drop your character? I don't see Rosario.
Yeah, I don't see her in the.
Oh,
Everybody's dropping right down here.
mine's not working.
Not working.
No, it's not letting me.
If so, you have to you have to grab it by the right spot here. I'll just. You have to grab it by the name itself. So
Yeah,
I'll just drop it right
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. Okay, so I'm. Oh my goodness, I can't move it now. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna grab Owen, throw him on my back, and we're gonna dive beneath the water. Just below the surface, I'm gonna be. I can see fine underneath the water, so I'm gonna keep my eyes sharp, make sure nothing tries to attack us.
Okay.
Does it say what my movement speed is under the water?
I think it's
don't
the same
see
as your
anything.
walk speed. Should be the same.
Okay.
Okay, so Owen and Rosario, you guys are skimming along the just under the water. Hella and the Bard. When you guys come up here, you see some boats, right? You see some boats that you could go get on. Kiki's flying off in eagle form. What are you two doing?
I'm keeping an eye out and seeing them go underwater. Since I know they're underwater, can I see where they're at?
I mean, I think that Rosario wasn't going like deep. You were saying fairly close to the surface, right? So
Yes.
you'd see the ripples.
All right. I'm watching him, and if I feel like something's gonna happen, I'm gonna react. Depending on how close they are.
But you guys get to about the water's edge, and Kiki takes off. Bluto chucks the bag into the water.
Do I see it?
Then
Yep.
I'm gonna
fly
head
and catch-
towards the bag.
Kiki, what are you doing?
fly and catch it. I could fly 60 feet as an eagle.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it happened like because he was doing the whole hypnotic pattern thing. So let's see.
Yeah, so when I cast it, I was. Still
You know
back there.
what? Let's let the dice decide. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Let's see how speedy you're being.
Me?
We'll call it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Using the eagle's dexterity.
I don't have it on my sheet thing, so let me see
In
what
D&D
they're
Beyond, you can add it on the extras tab. Just go and say manage extras, and then
Oh, and then you can find a creature. Wild shape. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had that.
didn't have what?
The
that
yeah.
feature.
So eagle is not listed, it looks like.
Just add like Bloodhawk or something. I know that is.
Could be under G for giant eagle.
You're not finding it, then we can just montage that quickly and just to keep it moving.
Well, I have owl, but everything else is like rat and riding horse. and
The
things like
eagle's
that.
dexterity is a +3.
Okay. So just roll a d20 and we'll add 3. Very good.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So he chucks the bag over, and Kiki, you were just beelining it, and before she even touches the water, you grab hold of her, and you're just like flapping your wings, trying to pick her up, and you're essentially holding her there. You could start moving slowly back, if you wanted, but
Like half speed.
yeah, half speed. For the sake of keeping things moving in a controlled way, the bard, is that where you would have been standing, real quick?
That's where I cast Hypnotic Pattern, but I would have moved up to the shoreline.
Rosario and I think you guys would be essentially about there-ish.
Okay.
You and Owen dragging along, right?
Okay.
And then Kiki, you would be up there next to Arabelle. And let's get initiative just to keep things moving nice and smooth.
Okay. Thank you, Ari, for the subscription. Much appreciated.
Ignore that.
Not in that order.
Ignore
It's an
that.
You didn't see anything. Okay, so a thing happens. Owen,
Laughing
what are you doing?
with shit in my lungs.
I'm not in the initiative order.
You're not? Did I miss you?
You did.
Sorry.
Just
Oh,
failing, aren't you?
I am.
See, and this is why I was being cautious.
Is your initiative really plus? Hold on, look at your initiative. Kiki.
0. Yeah.
It is 0. Okay. I'll just double checking. So we'll do this and then Owen.
Wow, Owen actually is top of the round this time. I'm used to rolling natural ones on initiative. I don't think there's really much he can do.
You're on my back, so
Yeah, so I mean, again, I don't think there's a whole lot that Owen can do. Yeah, because Owen is not a ranged person, so don't have anything I can do there. So I mean, I guess he's just gonna kind of keep writing.
Alrighty. Kiki, what are you doing? You have Arabella, but you can move at half speed while carrying her.
I'm gonna start flying up and back to shore. So I can move 30 feet then.
She's just an eagle.
So
It
there.
doesn't matter anyway, but
I can't move her token, just me.
Okay, yeah, just a second. I'm trying to change the sound on us. The soft, soothing sounds of water is inappropriate for the moment.
I don't find it too bad.
Yeah, that's the problem. Man. Where
I
does...
guess-
Talking about finding the right sound set.
Yeah.
I guess it's an ASMR stream now.
Yep.
this one. Why do I still hear Lake Zarovich?
It changed for me.
Did it change
Yeah.
for you guys?
It changed for me, yeah.
Okay, I think it's just my Sirenscape is being buggy.
It
Let me
just
close it and
stopped for me.
Yeah, I pushed stop because
Okay.
I was trying to reset stuff. I think my is just having some problems.
I hear crickets.
I don't hear anything on my end.
Yeah, you shouldn't be hearing anything on your end. If you're hearing something, it might be broken for you as well.
Okay, I hear what sounds like something underwater in Wales.
Heels. We had to have better. Let's do, guys. I'm just trying to find a sound set. I can't have. We'll just do a regular battle set. You know what? Even though it's not going to make perfect sense because I can't find the one that I found.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, did you want to go over how to make a custom sound set? Make things a little better?
Yeah, that'd be great. Because
Okay.
apparently I lost this one and I didn't write it down.
Baby
Okay,
shark.
all right.
We'll just leave it there. We'll stick with this. Okay. So Kiki, you already moved, right?
You just, yeah.
Perfect. The sperm whale is attacking you. Okay, the bard.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Nothing.
I am just readying my bow for an aggressive action. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Ella, what are you doing?
I think I am going to ready a spell, Hex, for any hostile creature that does pop up.
Rosario, what are you doing?
Can I use the dash action with him on top of me? Because I see
can.
her have the sack, so there's
You
no
can.
reason for me to go to shore. I mean, go to him. So yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll use my dash action and take us back to shore.
And just so you know, you would have been able to see this because you're underwater. What you see coming very quickly towards you all is this.
Darn it! It's a bloodsucker. What's with all the
it's
bloodsuckers?
worse.
A giant leech?
Yes,
Sure.
kind.
Okay, so I can use the dash action and get us back to shore.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, and you have to move your token.
Yeah, so you guys get out. You get out to shore. And you hear Bluto. Kiki, you can hear him. And he's like, I tried, my lord. I tried.
Well, now you're fish food.
They took her from me. And you hear him kind of saying something to something.
I'll warn the group. I'll tell them exactly what I saw as I get to shore.
Would she know exactly what it is, or just some creature?
It would be some creature unless you give me a knowledge check. Trying to give me a
Okay.
knowledge check. This would be, I believe this would be knowledge arcana, actually.
Nope, I know nothing. Just something big is coming.
Big squiddly type thing.
It's gonna suck her blood like everything else.
Makes
You would. Oh,
sperm whale
she.
sounds.
Would she see it though?
You
Be able
can't
to
see it.
identify it.
Yeah, she can. What a great roll, though.
Yeah.
But you can't yet see it. Okay. Checking something. How high up are you, by the way, Kiki?
Probably about 20 feet or something. I wouldn't have stayed on the water level dragging a little kid. I would have flown
Yeah.
up above it.
Yep, no, it makes sense. That's fine. Okay. So Kiki, I need you to give me, where is it? An intelligence saving throw, if you would. And it has to use the eagle staff.
No,
one,
I
which
thought
is
wild
probably
shape
gonna-
they keep their mental stats.
Oh, that's right. You use your mind stats. That's right. You are correct. Thank you.
I vote I use the 23.
You have inspiration.
This is true. I could try to read it.
So before I say whether that succeeds or fails, do you want to use inspiration?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm not okay with that roll.
All right, I have to add it all up. It doesn't have it written for me. 16. Okay. You feel something assail your mind. Your sense of reality for a moment, like everything started to change. Like everything started to change. It looked different, smelled different for just a moment. But you kind of shook it off, just barely, and you know that something just tried to warp your sense of reality.
You guys just hear.
A caw. And
Yeah, like, what the fuck? An eagle.
Okay, Owen, what are you doing?
Wow. I guess Owen would just kind of turn. Hear Kiki's cry. And I guess just kind of have his shield and his mace at the ready. Possibly taking the dodge action. But he's just going to hold his ground here.
Kiki.
I'm flying. That's 30 feet. That's as far as I can go.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, unless I can't use dash, huh? I do have my belt equipped, though. I don't know if that would reduce my speed or if it wouldn't bother me.
Sorry, I'm reading an ability really quick to make sure I don't screw you guys.
Now I have baby shark in my head.
Okay, sorry. Okay, is that all you were doing, Kiki?
Yeah.
Okay, the bard.
We learned that song in CPR.
I am hearing that there's something in the water. Just gonna back up a little bit, a little bit more, and ready my bow. That's it.
Ella?
Alright. I think I am going to move a little bit myself. I am going to move over here. I'm assuming that this is probably a hill for a little bit of a higher ground, and I am going to ready hacks as well for the first thing that pops up out of the water.
Just as a call out, just remember it is difficult terrain. So you're moving at half speed.
Okay, so that would have been... I think I was there.
Oh, then I would have been there.
I'm just imagining some fish jumping out of the water and he's like, get it!
So I will move right back there, and then I'll ready hacks.
You should have the Jaws music going. That'd be perfect.
That might be copywritten.
Probably.
So
Everything's copyrighted nowadays.
yeah, it sucks.
Well, I mean, Twitch should have done what YouTube did and just got ahead of it years ago. But what can you do?
I know what we'll do.
Rip-off version of the Jaws song.
All right, let's do this. Okay, Rosario, what are you doing?
We're at half speed, right? So it'd be 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 15 feet back. I'm gonna cast resistance on Owen. Oh wait,
that it?
no, I can't. I can't
You could have
do
done it before you moved.
Yeah, but I
Fine.
moved.
Well, no, you could
It's
say
fine.
you moved.
I'm not gonna
You
be-
did it in the move.
Okay,
It's still your turn. We're not
if
gonna
you're
do
okay with that.
Yep,
Okay,
I am.
so I touched him first, and then I moved back. So I didn't want to leave him unprotected by the Charlotte. And I do have some bonuses. What can I do for a bonus action? This is why I love D&D Beyond. It's just such a good thing. I'm gonna prepare telekinetic shove as a bonus action. Just prepare it.
Okay.
You can't go perfect there, but
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So. There we go. So. At this point, you guys see the edge of the water line. It just surges out in a grasping tide, all of it, along the entire breadth of the water line. It surges 20 feet in. So 20 feet in from the water line. Anybody who's within 20 feet of the water, give me a DC 14 strength saving throw.
How do you do that? DC 14.
no, just roll
Just
the
put
strength saving throw.
Oh, just a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
I take it, not me, since I'm up in the air.
Okay. So Rosario and the Bard, the two of you are able to hold strong. You don't move at all, but I mean, it took everything you had to not get pulled, and it was very strong. Owen and Hella, you guys get pulled 20 feet forward directly towards the water. So you would get pulled that way, Owen, and Hella, you would get pulled to there.
Okay.
I have a question. Outside of the game sort of thing.
Mhm.
It's... Can I use... Where is it? Can I use my reaction to go after Owen? To try and save him?
Well, no, not in this context. For one,
Okay.
if you were right next to him, I probably would have gone with that.
Okay.
But where you're not in this context.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Checking something. Oh, Owen, as this thing moves up, I mean, you can, it gets close enough to the surface, maybe probably like 15, 20 feet out, it gets close enough to the surface that you can see something moving under the water as it comes towards you. And it strikes out at you.
Would the bard get a shot off before it hit him?
You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. It technically hasn't popped its head
Oh
up.
no,
but
I was
let's
gonna
go
say,
ahead and
well, if it pops its head up, if I can't shoot underwater, then I wouldn't.
Yeah.
yeah. It hasn't popped its head up.
And don't forget, you do have that D4 you can add to any saving roll.
Okay. So, I'm assuming that the 20 and the 24 are going to hit you.
Right, and I am taking the dodge action.
Oh, that's okay. So disadvantage. So just the 20 then.
Yeah.
That's right. You did say that. You did say that. Okay, so just the first hit So that's what you take.
Ooh.
So
Ouch.
give me a Constitution saving throw if you would.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so
that
you-
is a good way to do it.
Yeah, you feel like this disgusting feeling. Just it kind of affected all your pores. Every part of your body just felt like it wanted to just be softened and become mush or something. But you kind of like, you bear down and you just through sheer force of will, you kind of force it off. Okay, Owen, your turn.
Okay, Owen doesn't like this thing, so he's going to bonus action face step on out of there.
Nice.
So he just poofs on out of there. And yeah, I guess he'll just kind of weakly call out like, "That thing hurts." I guess let's see what did he do. He's gonna do lay on hands for 10 points on himself, and then maybe take. Actually, Kiki's still flying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he'll okay. Yeah, I guess he'll just move back. And that's it for Owen.
Kiki, what are you doing?
I'm gonna fly another 30 feet and probably put her down somewhere I think is reasonably safe.
You're just setting her down over there?
Yeah, if this is up like a little bit and not near the water or where I think the water can reach, I'll put her there and I'll tell her to run back to town if she knows the way.
Yeah, no, you could do that. And you're at this point, like over in this area, the whole like kind of slimy ground and whatnot. This seems to be normal ground, so you're just telling her to run.
Yep, tell her run back to town if she knows the way.
Okay. So she kind of takes off. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, the bard.
I didn't like the water, so I'm gonna go there. Yeah, alright. I'm going to just bam and ready an attack or anything I see.
I am going to try to move back as far as I can inland, and I think I can move up to 30 feet if I were to dash, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think that is going to be... Actually, just let me double check here. Yeah. So I am going to move right over there, and if I can, ready hacks.
All right. Rosario, excuse me.
I am going to. Am I still on that weird ground, or am I back on normal ground?
You're still on weird ground.
I'm gonna dash then as far as I can.
Yeah.
Which will be right there.
What exactly does a turtle look like when they're dashing?
Yeah, this thing that kind of waddles like a penguin very quickly.
The mechanical men
You also hear
from
some
Fifth Element.
yes, exactly like that.
I don't like
Okay, is that
being
your turn,
measured.
Rosario?
I'm going to prepare my telekinesis. So if it comes up, oh, I just got a new thing, spiritual weapon. I could use spiritual weapon, and I can move it anywhere I want.
You had the dash, so actually that was your action to move. So you do have a bonus action.
Yes, and I can use the spiritual weapon as a bonus action, and I'm gonna put it right here. I don't know how to click. This spot right here.
Yeah. They get you a spiritual weapon.
I can move it anywhere within 60 feet, but I'll keep it 30 feet away from me.
And if memory serves, you said you wanted your spiritual weapon to represent the dragon that saved you, yes?
Yes. Very small little mini version of it. Because I don't think spiritual weapons are that big.
Apparently, I don't have a dragon token, so for now,
Unless spiritual weapons have no limit on how they
look.
appear.
Look, there he is. There's your little dragon man. Where was it? Was it this one?
Yeah, it has to be. I want it 30 feet away because I can move it within 60 feet. But if I move 30 feet, I still won't be able to move it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
I guess now as a bonus action, is it ready? Like, if it comes near, will automatically shoot it, or can I shoot it from here? I mean, how far does it go?
It's a melee weapon.
Oh, well,
He's gonna have to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 60 feet, so I can shoot it then,
No,
right?
60 feet is where you can
It's
place
melee.
it, but it's a melee attack.
Oh, it's a melee.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have to wait for it to come to
Yep.
us.
Or you can
Oh.
send it, or you can send it out, and it can like hack. It can go in the water,
Yeah.
and it can hack
Every-
around or whatever.
Every turn, as your bonus action, you can move it 20 feet and have it attack.
No, it's not gonna reach it. Even if I put it in the water 60 feet, it's still not gonna reach it.
Get closer.
Yeah, no. You know what? I'll bring it closer to us then. How about right? Can you see where I'm clicking on the screen?
Go back
cannot.
to the pointer, not the ruler, and you should be able to hold click and ping.
How do I ping?
There.
Oh, that's so cool. So I'll go here because I can't reach it. It's 65 feet away from me, so I can't reach it. So I can't attack it this turn. So I'll put it here, closer to our group,
Okay.
wherever I pinged it. Yeah, right here.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, but you have to move it though.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the ping.
I got it. There, right
it is.
there.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Out. Combat Master, where'd you go? There you are. There we go. Okay. So, at this point, what you see, I'm going to roll a d2. Hella, you're 1. Owen, you're 2.
Okay.
Whoops. Okay. Or Owen. Sorry.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, so Owen, give me a intelligence saving throw. I believe it was.
Oh yay, Owen's best.
No. Oh my god. He gets like the best rolls and everything, and when it comes to combat, it's like
Double checking, I didn't lie to you. Just yeah, okay, it was intelligence. Okay, just rereading the ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what appears to happen to you, Owen, and only to you, is that you feel like you fell into a 10-foot pool of water that has ice sealed over the top. It feels like cold, slimy water. It is dark. You feel the pressure of the water pressing upon you. Like it is exactly. It feels real to you. But that's what you experience. Okay.
Excuse me.
That is that. And at this point, this thing just it speaks out to all of you, and it says you hear a voice enter your mind. It says, "Why have you taken my sacrifice?"
You're not Cthulhu. I'll have to listen to you.
There's one out there on the boat.
Yeah, take him.
Yeah.
He's free. And I'm sure he's very, very yummy too.
Yes, take the one out on the boat.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. Let's do this. Why not?
From all of us, or?
So take point.
I think Rosardo, that's 20, solid 23. I don't think I could beat that, but for shits and gigs, yeah.
I wasn't
Well,
talking,
there's-
so I'm not gonna roll.
He agrees. Okay. He says,
Oh, sorry, that was I rolled oh yeah, it was a persuasion.
No,
So-
that's perception.
Perceptor, whoops, you got
"You'll
still a
see.
7.
You'll see the ripples in the water move over towards Bluto, and then these tentacles just come up and just start thrashing on the boat, and absolutely just trash it, and just start devouring poor Bluto."
Do we notice the paladin acting strange or weird or anything like that?
Probably.
So
Yeah. What are you doing on your turn? Yeah. Let's see what he does. What are you doing on your turn?
So in his mind, he's gonna try to swim up to the ice, and I guess try to, like, with the pommel of the mace, just try mashing up against the ice.
Sensation of you trying to swim up. Yeah, it's like every time you try to. I mean, it feels like water. It feels exactly like water, but every time you pull the water, just there's something funky about this. The suction, the way that the water moves, and like it's like every time you try to pull yourself up through the water, it's like there's an equal force pulling you down. And everybody else around, you guys see him making these swimming gestures. They're very obvious swimming gestures, and just kind of looks like he's just trying to, like, swim. But and you're not advancing towards that ice up at the top.
Ooh. I know what he would do. So, kind of freaking out, not seeing any emotion, he's gonna use his natural kind of Eladrin abilities and Misty Step to see if he can't whoosh his way up to the top of the ice.
Oh, he's got a misty step in space.
Please describe how this looks.
Okay, yeah, so I guess you guys would watch as, like, Owen is trying to swim. He's just doing that. You see this look of desperation, and he starts, like, kicking his, like, legs and feet, like, and when he doesn't seem to work, he poofs into mist. and reappears probably higher up, and then probably immediately goes falling down.
So let's do this. Give me so you're gonna teleport up. Obviously, you're gonna teleport up just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you found Owen's second best.
Yay!
So, yeah. So it says that it's with phantasmal force, as I understand it. It says that like all your actions, it gets interpreted by your mind in a way that makes sense for the situation you're in.
Okay.
So from Owen's perspective, like you tried to teleport, but something about that ice blocked you, right? And you were sinking back down pretty quickly, and you reacted in just the right way, where you actually landed. And you're not going to take any extra damage, but you will take 1d6 psychic. So that's going to be 5 damage. And from everyone else's perspective, you guys saw exactly what Owen said.
But I guess that's really it.
Okay. And you guys. So Kiki, what do you want to do?
Perhaps I should grab Owen and save himself from hurting himself again.
Are you going to go and try to grab Owen?
Yeah, fly him kind of this way if I can.
Okay. So when you go to grab Owen, right? Owen, what you perceive is one of the tentacles from the aboleth is reaching at you, trying to hit you.
Oh no.
We're going to leave combat, so we're not going to be in combat. So let me cancel that out. But what do you do?
He would just kind of like struggle against it, try to pull it off of him.
Okay. Kiki, Owen, give me athletics checks, please. Or Kiki, maybe it's acrobatics for you, whichever. Right.
I'll take athletics.
Damn, Kiki, you've been working out.
What's that? It's the belt. Hey, you know what? This is a positive thing, so I'm going to go with it. Well, yeah, it's working. It's working for me. Yeah, so the tentacle grabs you, Owen, and it's pulling you out of the water. And Kiki, you're able to lift him up just fine, and you're pulling him out. But you do notice, Kiki, he's still holding his breath. And for you, Owen, like you feel the pressure, and it just kind of feels like the tentacles pulling you into like a dirt wall or something. You feel the pressure of that force, but that's what's being perceived for you.
Could Kiki do a medical roll? Because as soon as he passes out, his body will automatically breathe. Could she do a medical check?
Well, I can try lesser restoration on him.
No. It's in his mind, but your body will naturally. So, if a patient's struggling or hyperventilating, a lot of times we just let them hyperventilate and just go unconscious, because their body will automatically just breathe for them. As soon as you go unconscious, you'll start breathing. Just naturally.
Maybe I should fly him into one of these trees.
So what I'm saying is, even if he's holding his breath, something's going on. Could she do a medical check and know that he'll start breathing even if he goes unconscious? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I am in wild shape though, so I would have to carry him to somewhere I can phase out of it, and then I can do some work on him.
You're just gonna carry him down the road a little bit, just so you're not within range of that thing, and deal with him. Okay. I'm assuming everybody else is just kind of following.
Yep.
Yeah, I will follow Kiki and go to where we hope that it would be safe enough.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you guys go down the road a little way. Let me put you back on the other map so we can kind of present that more accurately. Okay, so you guys are up here, right? And we'll just say that you're somewhere around here. So go ahead and just move your tokens up there.
Oh yeah, I grabbed my horse, by the way, on the way back.
That's fine. And I'll make your horse token for next session.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I got the character sheet ready. I went and updated it and stuff like that.
Perfect. I will upload that in just a. Actually, I'll probably upload yours in just a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you put Owen down. Owen's still holding his breath. He still feels like he's being twisted all around in this little thing. About a minute. About a minute goes by, and Owen, the illusion goes away.
You okay there, bud?
He'll look around, and you see he just kind of looks wild in the eyes.
Did you have a nice swim?
And it takes him and he'll kind of taking everything in, kind of finally realizes where he is. Maybe looks back towards the lake, and he says, "What happened?"
Well,
He went for a swim.
you were standing there, flailing your arms. You teleported 10 feet in the air and hit the ground, and then finally Kiki dragged you away.
Well, I saw myself in dark and cold waters, and I tried to swim my hardest, and no matter how hard I swam, I couldn't swim against unseen currents, and I was trapped beneath a solid block of ice, and it was...
Why didn't you call for help? We would have helped you.
I'm not like you. I can't speak underwater.
He had to conserve his oxygen. Well, it seems like you're all right now.
What happened?
Well, the thing was angry that we took its sacrifice away, and then it ate the man on the boat. And we walked away with you.
I see. And the child is fine?
We told her to run to town, so she should be within the gates or really close by.
I'm going to cast a spell on Owen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it at 2nd level. And I am going to cast Cure Wounds on him at the 2nd level.
Now, how do you touch him?
Okay, well, since this brought up, kind of with me and mine, I'm going to walk up to him, and I think Owen would see this. I'm going to produce a very small dagger and jab it into his side, and it's one of those feelings that he knows that from gladiatorial combat it should hurt like a bitch, but this actually feels really good. He feels reinvigorated and a lot more healthy, and kind of as the spell casts, little dagger that I produced kind of disintegrates and heals any wounds that he might have suffered.
So you gave him a shot of adrenaline.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Hella. I don't know what that was.
Well,
He goes, it's a little nothing. Just maybe one day you could return the favor.
Of course.
Oh, you want Owen to touch you?
Oh, he could buy me dinner first.
Come on, the bard would totally do that.
Okay, so you guys are back. You guys get back to town. On your way here, on your way to, you didn't see Arabelle. Kiki, you did see her running. You saw her running, in this general direction, but you didn't see her as you were coming down this road.
Well, since I haven't shifted out of ego form yet, I would start flying over the area and seeing if I can find her.
Yeah, you'd be able to find her pretty quickly.
It's my eagle eye vision.
Mhm.
What do you see with your
Yeah,
eagle eye?
just to the north of town is a Vistani camp, and you think you see her. She's running. It's around this hill, and she's kind of running towards the hill, like she's just about to arrive, and that's where she's at.
Right, they said the father, or I said the guy was at the stunning camp.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing with that information, Kiki?
Well, if I see her returning to her home, I would fly next to her, land, shapeshift back into myself, and then try to escort her home. Well, I'll just say, I don't know. I'll try to escort her home.
So you're flying. I mean, as you're flying down towards her, you see some men, the Vistani men, and they're like, they call out. They're like, Luvash, Arabelle has arrived, and she's running up towards, and this man comes out of one of the wagons, and he just starts running towards her and whatnot. So, you fly down, you land next to Arabelle and shapeshift out into this farm, and Luvash and the men, they look at you and they say, like, he seems fearful. You can see fear in his eyes, and he's running towards you, and he's like, "Don't touch my daughter!"
I'll just say, nothing to fear. We just saved her from the bad man on the lake.
So they catch up, and he like grabs her once he catches. You can tell he wants to like give her hugs and stuff, but he scoots her behind and tells her to go back to camp. And he's like, "What do you mean?"
There was a man on the lake in a boat. He was trying to sacrifice her to a creature, and we saved her just in time. The creature took care of him. I was just making sure she got home safely.
Give me a persuasion check. I mean, it's obviously the truth and whatnot, but he's just like, he's in a heightened state of. So.
Riding a bird just turned into somebody. He doesn't trust it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So okay, that's fine. So he says, "Well, if that's true, then on your way, she's safe with her father."
Okay, well, hopefully she'll stay safe now that he's gone. So I would just make sure she doesn't wander off in the woods or anything again. Just try to avoid that lake because something very bad lives there.
Yeah, and he, one second. I'm looking. He is going to give you a reward, but I have lost all the information in the universe.
I can give some suggestions. So, a free level, a bunch of gold, some new armor,
Palace.
Yeah, that too. A castle by the sea. Just
Gotta have a spa,
Don't forget a way to kill the devil.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes. The way to kill the devil. And his master.
Yes. That we don't know about yet.
Wait, we don't know he has a master? I thought we did know he has a master. No, we do know he has a master. We were told already that there's someone stronger than him.
Yes, it was something like even straw serves she or something.
Yes.
It was in the
So
fortune.
we do
Right,
know
right,
that he
right.
has a master.
Yeah, according to the trees.
A lot of treasure here. I just gotta sift through it. Wave that. I'll just wave that in front of you guys.
Just dump it all on me. I can handle it.
I don't remember it being so hidden.
Kill them all. Okay. What? Ash there.
Okay, I can't find it, so I'm going to just decide that I want to, because I love saving children, and so Luvosh is going to, he's actually going to take a ring that's off his finger. He's just going to say, you have my gratitude. And he's going to hand it to you,
Guys, he's putting a ring on it.
and he says, if you'll wait here a moment, I have one more thing I'd like to give you.
For the bard.
And he goes back to camp, takes a few minutes, and he comes back to you, and he has a onyx jewelry box with a gold filigree that's worth 250 gold pieces, and inside there's 6 pieces of jewelry. Each one is worth 50 gold, and then a potion of some kind.
I'll just say, that's very kind of you. None of these are family heirlooms, are they?
And he shakes his head. He says, "No. You gave me the only family heirloom that matters."
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it.
You met a friend today. Let us know how we can help you in the future.
Sure. Well, mostly I just wanted to make sure that she made it safely back home.
Thank you again for your service. And he turns around and goes back.
Okay, I'll put it all in my bag then, and then head back to the village.
You get back to him and say, they weren't very... They didn't get you.
Exactly. Well, she's home now. They said thank you.
Okay, so you get back to the party. What do you guys do?
I'll show them what was given to us.
Kiki, that's a jewelry box of yours. I have a question I'd like to ask you. And to the rest of the group as well. Could I perhaps have that jewelry box? It is very important
Well,
for what I am working on.
I have no need for it, so that's fine with me.
Does anyone else have any objection? I do not want to take it without asking the rest of you.
I have no objections. I have no need for such things.
Bard will just eyeball Rosario.
I have done
Sure.
nefarious means. Thank you. I'll now look to the paladin. Is it alright if I take this jewelry box for something that I am working upon?
I have no problems with it. No.
Okay, I'll stick it on my shell.
I'll ask if anybody is able to identify the pieces of jewelry, if there's anything special about them.
Well,
What do you have to use to identify jewelry?
are you specifically trying to figure out if it's magical?
Yeah.
Well, if we take
I got nothing.
if we take some time, well, no, I'll just do detect magic.
So you don't detect... I don't know. I don't think potions would ping you.
I think they do. They are somewhat magical, but
Okay.
I would assume the potion was magical to begin with.
So then you would get a ping from from the potion, but nothing else.
Um,
Oh, sorry, the ring. And the ring. You do get a ping from the ring.
that ring is magical as well as the potion, obviously, but I want to conserve my magical power, so if you give me about 20 minutes, I could figure out what both of them are.
Sure. If you guys don't mind, perhaps we can go see Lady Walker and see how that process is coming along. I think I might be able to help her daughter.
Very well, I have no objection.
Oh, while I stepped away, were we able to find out? Did we have to stop by a blacksmith?
We didn't yet. We were checking on Rosario, and then immediately we heard there was a dude with a burlap sack.
Oh, I am the blacksmith, but the other blacksmith is kind of in a really weird zombie state. So I'm in the blacksmith of this town.
I see. Do you feel comfortable making repairs on a set of plate armor I was just gifted?
For you, Owen, anything.
Well, perhaps we can take a gander at this a little bit later.
It's up to you. Don't we have a festival to attend to tonight? If you want to, we can repair it now, so you'll look spiffy for this evening.
But perhaps, yes. If everyone else is all right with Rosario and I stepping aside.
That's fine.
Okay, well, I'll accompany Kiki.
I'll give the reins of the horse to Kiki. Could you maybe take this to a stable that you know?
Of course. I think there's one at the inn.
Ah, perfect.
Perhaps we shall reconvene there?
Yeah, so we'll head back to the shop that I was using, and so far the owner hasn't said anything, so we'll just go head back there.
Okay. Sounds good. Was there anything else we needed to do?
I'd like
No.
to try to hit a shop before we head out, but I'm in no rush. But while you speak with Lady Walker, I'll figure out what those items are.
Sounds perfect. Perhaps she might be able to help us as well. She seems to have some sort of magic.
You're not wrong.
She did give us all of our gear.
Kiki wants to share the wealth, and the bard's like, I don't want to share that bitch.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm not saying that. I said she's not wrong that she's magical. That's all I said. You can't have it anyway. She didn't earn it.
So yes, that's what we're doing. Me and Owen are gonna head back to the shop, and then I guess the other three are heading to the lady's house.
So Owen and Rosario, go ahead and just move your characters over here.
Okay.
And then Bard, Kiki, and Hella, go ahead and move your tokens over here.
Okay, I am going to maybe just tell the rest of the party that I got something real quick to take care of just outside of town, and I'll kind of with you.
Whoa, Hella, this isn't that kind of game. Just kidding.
Since when?
Okay.
It was all the tentacles, wasn't it?
He likes hentai. Okay, so the Bard and Kiki, what are you guys doing?
I'll knock on the door, see if she's home.
So the servant answers and yes.
I hate to disturb you, but is perhaps Lady Wachter home?
The lady is not at home at the moment.
Leave.
Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yeah. What was her daughter's name again? I'm trying to remember.
Stella.
Yeah, that was. Perhaps I may be able to help her daughter Stella. I was really hoping she would be home, though. Do you know whereabouts she might be?
The lady did not tell me such things, but she should be back soon. She comes and goes often.
Do you have any idea how long she's been gone?
Hour.
Lady Wachter has been gone for about 30 minutes.
Oh. Well, perhaps we can come back then.
Very well.
Well, thank you. Good day.
I guess then let's stable up Rosario's horse.
Yes, let us go.
Are you guys using the stables at the Blue Water Inn?
Yeah. And then
Yeah, go ahead and move yourselves over here.
after we stable them up, I would ask, mate, I see those items, and I'll take the time to figure out what they are.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'll take 20 minutes to ritually cast Identify Twice.
Hold on a second.
All good, all good.
Okay, so the first one will be very familiar to you. And then the second one,
I don't think I like that they gave me that one.
Well, right here we do have a ring of warmth. No more chilly nights, and resistance to the cold, which could be useful. And a potion of poison. Do not drink this. Maybe we should let people not to drink
Use
it.
on Granny.
Well, Owen definitely could have used that ring earlier.
Yes. Well, that being said, yes, we'll, figure it out. Any idea who we should get what? In fact, they're yours. You can hold on to them and do as you see fit.
Yeah, I think I have spells that might help me, so I don't quite know if I could use this ring, but I'd have to look into it. Unless you have use for it.
I could, but we'll see what the group says. I would hate to take anything that somebody might find more useful than me.
I agree. We definitely don't want to drink this potion,
No.
though.
In fact, I can hold it if you'd like, or you can keep it.
You can take it. It's just fine. Perhaps Isaac is thirsty.
Don't
Don't
get ideas.
Don't tempt me.
The bard's like, that's it. It's mine. Let me have it.
And then I think we
Well-
just hang out until people return.
Yep.
Or if we think they're going to be a while, I could try to find Fletcher or someone to sell me a new bow.
Of course.
So you want to go over to Aristox?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Did I make an Aristoc map? I don't remember if I did. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, you get to this storehouse, and it's like, greeting.
Greetings, sir. I was wondering if you know where I might be able to procure a longbow.
I might have something like that.
I would.
And he goes kind of shuffling through the store. And he comes back and they're 50 gold, right?
I
Just trying to
believe so.
remember. Yeah. He'll ask you for 50 gold. For one.
Might I trade in my short bow at the same time?
Yeah. Why not?
And how much would I get back for the short bow? They're 25 gold. I just don't know if you're gonna even.
Yeah, it's gonna be half.
Okay. Oh, half of what it's worth. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So then I will hand him 30. Wait, it's 25. 35.50 in gold and a short bow. Nope, 37.50. And you wouldn't happen to know anyone who would like to buy a lute, would you? I have 2 now, and I don't really need to carry both.
How much you thinking to sell for me?
It is quite sentimental. If I could get 20 gold for it.
What's your loot's
35.
worth anyway? Okay. Give me a persuasion. He kind of looks it over, and he's going to inspect it. You have a deal.
Very well.
And he gives you 20 gold.
Thank you for doing business.
And he just kind of nods.
Sweet. 50, I only ended up spending 17.50.
What else do you guys want to do? Anything? Or do you guys just want to fast travel to the future?
I think if no one's actually got anything else they're doing, I'd be down for fast travel.
The only thing of note I want to say is that Owen will see me take the jewel box out, take the lid off, and use it to mend any pieces that need to be mended. So there'll be gold kind of inlaid within the armor. Not a lot, because there's not a lot of gold, but just like the major pieces. So maybe one knuckle you might see is replaced with gold, or one little hinge.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay. So any objections to fast traveling forward?
Nope.
No, I'm assuming that I kind of met back up with the party.
Yep. You were
Okay.
successful.
Okay.
I guess we'll meet at the inn. Where's the inn exactly?
Right there, right where Hella is.
Okay.
So everybody can go ahead and actually you can, because you're going to be resting most of the day, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a long rest. We're going to have to call it here. There's some work stuff and whatnot that needs to be done in the morning.
Okay.
So we're going to call it here, and where we'll pick up next session is right when the Festival of the Blazing Sun starts.
All right. And you said that we get a long rest?
Yeah, everybody go ahead and just do a long rest.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm just gonna operate under the assumption I'm not gonna be able to make it. until I find out differently.
And that's we will. Well, there's
I'd
Based on-
rather
Oh.
play all together.
yeah.
So if you don't make it next week, we'll just skip it till the following week.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
just
I just found out that I might have difficulties making it next week as well. I'm still trying to figure that out, trying to get answers. But as soon as I get them, I'll pass them on to you as well.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be just to play it safe. Even we just skip next week and then we'll reconvene the following. You guys will just things could go multiple ways, right? It's just D&D. So if things go south or something, I'd want to make sure you guys are at your best.
Yeah.
You're at your peak.
I gotcha.
All right. So
Yeah.
if I got it correctly, then there's no D&D Saturday, and no D&D. Well, pretty much no D&D next week for both groups, then, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, break my heart.
I'm
I know.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not dealing with wife aggro if I don't do this, okay?
Okay.
it's
That's the
perfectly
most
fine.
dangerous aggro.
It's more fun to have everyone together. So if we skip a week, it's all good. I mean, this group is just it's a lot of fun. It's really awesome.
Yep.
So we have to wait. At least this time we're not being stopped on a cliffhanger when we're
Yeah.
about to die.
Fair.
Yes.
No Judas Cradle for the Bard.
Oh, it was never going to happen.
It's true. It really wasn't for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good
Have a
night,
good night.
guys.
Yeah.
All right, night, guys.
Good night, guys.